These are the new Cobra Rad Speed Drivers, and these are a bunch of golfers ranging from 6 handicap to 26. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, I would like to warmly welcome you all to the channel. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel if you're not new to the channel, but if you are new to the channel, Foxy, what have they got to do if they're new to the channel?
They've got to like, they've got to subscribe, and we've got to ring the notification bell.
Yes. Remember guys, if you don't ring that notification bell, you might miss some of the content we're doing today. We're all having a go with the new Cobra Rad Speed Drivers, the Rad Speed, the Rad Speed XB and the Rad Speed XD. And Liam can't wait because he might actually hit some fairways. So we've got 26 handicap, 13 handicap, 7 handicap and a million handicap. Not really. 12, is it 12?
9 mate.
9, sorry. So we have got a wide array of golfers. We are going to do some testing with this in the studio, but I thought, well, first video out, no one's seen these yet. Let's get them in the hands of some special golfers.
I feel special.
Sorry mate. I think I've handed them out perfectly. Have you got the XD? So everyone wants to see you hit this, I know they do. Nick, you used to game the Speedzone Xtreme, so we've got the XB here with the weighting at the back. And Mr. 9 handicap.
Mate.
That is the standard Rad Speed, so I'm going to have a go with that as well. We are here at Woolley Park Golf Club today, so we are back out of lockdown. Course is looking alright mate, isn't it?
It's not bad considering the weather we've had.
So John, you've got the standard Rad Speed. You would normally use a Ping G410, standard one, or LS Tech?
Yeah, standard 410.
410. Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to gauge these against the drivers that you all already use. You alright, Liam? And we're just going to give some feedback to people at home. Oh dear. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it.
Darling. Could that be very good?
I think that is very good. That's not bad. If that's got the legs, that's not bad.
So Foxy, you've been using the Big Bertha B21, haven't you? The anti-draw driver. Yep. Anti-slice, should I say?
Well, yeah, slice.
Something like that, yeah. Does this suit your eye?
Not as much as the Bertha does, I don't think. But...
Oh, straight out there with it. Oh, Foxy. How good's that? I mean, it can't go straight in your bag, but...
Thanks.
Nick, you've been gaming the Speedzone Xtreme, have you? Yeah. I mean, you change your driver quite often, Nick, don't you?
Just usually every other week.
How does that look to you, Nick, the XB?
Very nice.
Yeah?
Oh, Nick. That's another one that's up there. Boys. Look, this is coming. Harsh.
Liam, which one have you got?
Yeah, I think
Cobra, mate.
That's the standard.
Standard. Have you got the draw one?
Yeah.
I've got draw one.
What driver do you normally use?
785.
Oh, yes.
You know what? I've got quite a lot to follow here, haven't I?
Yes.
Pressure's on. I've got the standard Cobra, I don't know what it's called. I've got the standard Cobra Rad Speed. So this is the one just like the Speedzone with the weight in the front and the back where you can change it. Oh, it's safe.
Have you got the draw one?
Yeah, it goes left, that one, yeah.
That's a classic, that one, isn't it, pal?
It's safe, isn't it? So interesting, let's see what the guys think of these new Cobra Rad drivers. We have played a few holes with them already. Foxy, what's your thoughts on, because you love the idea of a anti-slice driver, don't you?
I like just the little bit of a help, yeah. I'll be honest, with my first shot, I did still go sort of right, but it wasn't leads.
It was almost a block, wasn't it? It went right, but it didn't
It was my bad swing, wasn't it? But that felt a good swing, and then actually felt really nice actually. Yeah, so I will talk you through a little bit about the technology that goes into these new Rad Speed drivers. However, we are going to do some indoor testing with them as well. So basically Rad Speed stands for radial weighting, which means it's weighted more around the head
the standard Radspeed driver. It does have weighting in the front, weighting in the back, and that's maximised and pushed to as far forward and as far back as you can for maximum ball speed and maximum stability. You can imagine that the XB stands for weight back. That's going to give you a little bit more forgiveness, a little bit more MOI, and then the XD, the weighting's more in the heel, that's more draw bias. So we've got 3 drivers on Cobra's premium line. That's quite a lot.
It is a lot. So me being a noob still, so obviously the Speedzone Cobra, are they all just slight variants then on?
Speedzone is now done.
That's it.
The Radspeed takes over the Speedzone,
right,
just as the Speedzone took over the F9. And it's a great question because it is things that people maybe don't quite understand a lot as well.
I don't understand.
I can't believe the boys are all going around the corner to the green, and
I can't believe I'm going around the corner to the green.
Right, boys, so as I said, they're all round near the green, and I've hit a horrible snap hook up here. That's generally what my bad shot consists of, as we all know. I have got these drivers in 10.5 degree loft, so what I've done with mine is loft it down to 9 degrees, as you can see here. For me, that is a little bit, it makes it sit a little bit more upright, which I found with the Speedzone as well. Let's send this in. Doesn't matter when you're furthest away if you can send it in like that. So guys, as you all know, it's really important to me that you are a part of these videos, and by that I mean I want you to hit those comments below. In today's video, comment below which Cobra driver would you look at if you were to look at one, and are you going to look at one? There's some great drives then, boys.
I was going to say, second shot that counts.
It is the second shot. Where am I? Am I? Oh, that's alright then. You've never been round here, mate, have you?
Not my first shot now.
Taking the corner off.
Up fourth.
Now, we've all hit a couple of shots with these. How would you say that's felt compared to your Xtreme driver, Liam? Just honest opinion from now.
It's been that long since I've hit my Xtreme, mate, I forgot.
Perfect. Let's move on. About you, John, how does that compare to your ping?
To be honest, I thought with that ball flight, it looked like it came out quite low. I'm amazed it's carried there. It's carried and
Is it
pitched
carried?
that.
Is it pitched there?
It's pitched there.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised at that, to be fair.
Fox has come on leaps and bounds, hasn't he?
Dug its heels in, hasn't it?
Great shot, Fox. So we are actually playing a bit of a match. We're not going into it too much because this is a driver review and a driver video, but I'm basically a floater man. Yeah, I'll keep that in. So it's Foxy and Nick against John and Liam, and I'm on each other's hole every so often. Basically, I'm just here to get the beers in, aren't I? Basically, yeah. So one of the things I really like about these new Cobra drivers, which a lot of people don't like, is the colour scheme. I quite like that kind of vibrant yellow. It reminds me of the old school TaylorMade M2. I'm not a huge fan of the name Rad Speed. I understand that a lot of people are getting into golf at the minute, so if they're trying to capture that younger audience, I'm still not sure Rad Speed would do it as a name. Obviously it is short for radial. I think maybe they could have gone down the route of RS, or I don't know. I'm not a marketing person, but I mean they've gone from Speedzone to Rad. Sounds more like a kind of cheap lagery beer, doesn't it? But anyway, so how did we all feel about the Cobra drivers on that? We didn't ask Nick. Nick, would it ask you, mate, about the Cobra driver on that video? On that hole, how did you find it compared to your what's under the gopher?
This week. We have a
Oh,
ping.
it's a ping.
We've got a ping this week.
I've been talking.
That's got to stay in the video.
Wow. Because you like to change drivers, don't you? I can see you having one of these in, to be fair.
It's a possibility.
The Cobra, not the Beaver. Foxy, we going anti-slice again?
I think I was going to have a little tinkle or something else.
No, mate, whatever you feel like, you go with. What's it got in it? What's the pocket?
The wall pocket.
Anyway. So a big thing that I've been wondering is like, how does everyone feel about the colours and stuff?
I like it.
I like looking down.
Yeah.
Am I good to go, dear?
Yeah, mate, whenever you're ready.
Oh, no.
Nope. Not your best, mate, that one. So I'm going to go again, normal Cobra Rad Speed. I keep wanting to say Speedzone. The difference in the Rad Speed standard one is it's got that kind of, I think I've scratched that actually, that matty head that I've ruined with a nail.
What's the theory between the matte and shiny?
I honestly don't know, because the Speedzone came in matte or shiny, didn't it? And
I don't know, did it?
yeah. But fade, Foxy.
Go for that.
Lovely draw.
That's a fade, mate.
Touch of fade on that.
You ever been to school, right and left? That's another one though. We'll show them. We'll show them. That's it's just another one.
Straight out of blinker.
Straight in the middle, yeah.
So is it a custom option?
I don't know. I should probably know that, shouldn't I? But
Can I mention the elephant in the room?
go on.
Tailor made.
What about it?
Rocket balls. RBZ. Colours.
Oh, I thought more M2.
You stole my line.
I honestly thought M2, but yeah, I get it, the colour scheme, yeah. How do you feel about the name, Nick, being a not a younger gentleman?
More mature.
I'll
tell you in a second.
Shot your
Good strike again. How do you feel about the name in all seriousness? Would it put you off being...
No, not at all.
No?
If it performs, call it anything you want for me.
Yeah?
really?
Radial, rad, whatever. Radner.
Fully red, man.
You going standard version this time?
Standard this time.
Low handicap, mate, you should do really, shouldn't you?
I'm just trying every driver out for the audience.
Oh, okay. I think they've missed you, mate, to be fair.
Lovely draw.
No, it's definitely a fade. That was nice though, mate. That for you, that was okay. Fairly
I'll
happy
look
with.
down on that to the other one.
So, John, we'll reintroduce you to 12 handicap. What would you be looking for if you've got a new driver? Forgiveness, a draw, low spin.
Shiny thing.
So you've gone for the matte one, yeah?
Woolly Park Golf Club don't stock Cobra, so...
Yeah, so yeah. So the main issue is that
Very nice and shiny, isn't it?
beautiful.
So then, mate, you've smashed both of those. They could be going in the bag if you weren't tight. But talking about tightness, we'll get on to the price because that's what I think Cobra are actually winning at.
Yeah.
So talking tightness, sorry, John. Talking tightness and Yorkshire folk, John, we'll talk about price because you obviously own this place. Well, run this place, run the shop, run everything else. You understand about price and you understand what people want to pay. 369 RRP here in the UK. All of them, so the draw's the same as the XB, same as the standard Rad. For me, that's a massive, that's going to play a massive role. Oh, is that back in play? That's going to play a massive role in seeing them in people's bags, just like it did with the F9, just like it did.
Exactly, they started it down, when was it? Was it the F8?
F9,
F9,
yeah.
The first one where they sort of like hit the market with a cheaper price.
Was it 299, I
And
think?
everybody went, wow, that's a good driver for that money.
Whereas you look at the new kind of tailor-made clubs, the Titleist clubs, the Ping clubs, Ping's even gone up a little bit.
Oh yeah, and
People
they
don't want to
resisted for a long
spend that
time.
extra 50 to 100 pounds, do they?
No, and realistically, is it worth it?
Yeah, and especially when the product looks as good as it does, because I think these look great. I know you might not be a huge fan of the colours or the name, but I personally can't really fault it.
I know we've only hit a couple of shots with them, but you know the results speak for themselves, don't they? I don't feel like I've lost anything compared to the driver I'm using at the moment.
And you know what? It's a similar story when I test budget drivers and cheap drivers. They all work, they all get out there.
Exactly.
It's the fine tuning bit. I'm interested to get it on the launch monitor.
See some numbers.
Will it be better than Speedzone? Maybe a little bit of forgiveness. The idea of the radial weighting and the new T-bar chassis is to give it that extra ball speed from mishits. So, interesting, very interesting. We'll play one more round of drives with it and then we'll leave you all to your day. So how's the new Cobra for you, Nick?
Very nice. I heard you talking about the money.
Yep.
I just asked the wife. It's like, well, I just asked the wife for a raise.
From a more mature point of view, not having a mortgage anymore. Sorry. To me, whatever performs best for me is what I'll buy.
Yeah.
So whether that's £300 driver, £600 driver, whatever performs best is the one I'm going to get.
No, but that's a fair point because some people aren't budget minded, are they? And
No.
yeah, that's fine. It's a great point.
But I had the Cobra F9, I had the Speedzone.
And that wasn't money driven. That was so. What you're saying is it's not so much the money, but if it works, it works, and you will buy the cheaper one if it works better than the expensive one.
And you can buy more often then as well.
Have we found them?
That's you, TP5.
Oh, is that a fairway? I mean, it is winter, so we'll let off the. That's 3 good hits into the wind, isn't it?
Take that, mate.
Yeah.
Take that all day long.
What's level with Liam? So as we walk to the next tee, I think a really interesting point is the different head shapes and sizes. I say sizes they're not different. They're all 460cc head size.
I haven't noticed much of a difference, to be honest.
But the idea behind the XB and the XD is that it looks more elongated, it looks more kind of spread out, it's more, what's the word? If you're more appetising for people who want the forgiveness.
You know
So
what?
looking down at them all, we'll get them all on this next tee and have a look and just see what looks different apart from obviously that kind of matte finish. I do prefer the matte finish as well, must say.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the matte finish.
So put them all down, we've got the standard Rad Speed here, then we've got, is that the XB? Then the XD on this side. And looking down at them, they don't actually look that different. These two are supposed to look a little bit bigger, they're supposed to look more forgiving. There's definitely a bit more going off on the back here, and I prefer that finish. What finish do you boys prefer?
I think I prefer the matte, to be honest.
The matte, what about you, Nick?
I've always had gloss before on the F9,
Yeah.
but that does look nice.
It does, doesn't it? I'll have to do some research and I'll put it down below. I knew that were coming. And I'll put it down below if you can get the other ones in the matte finish as well, because I do prefer that finish. I think it looks a lot better than the kind of glossy finish.
To Nick though, because he'll just have one of each.
Ah, easier. So we've got a drivable par 4 now. We've got to send it up and over there. Who's going the draw one? Oh, that's so good.
Good strike, mate.
Liam found a new driver.
Dead straight, isn't it?
I mean, it's a nice drive. It's just not got the turn, has it? It hasn't got teeth anything by it. Right.
It's not, it's all right.
Still a bit toey, yeah. To me, if it doesn't turn, I don't particularly mind that. Oh, he's going after that one.
Got Nick.
Nice, Nick. How do you feel about the sound of them, Nick?
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds solid.
Which one did you go with there, Nick?
Same one again.
Oh, the
XB.
XB. That would be a bit of you, wouldn't it, I think?
Yes.
That's basically the old Xtreme, innit?
Extreme Blessic, yes.
All right! See him run off. So interestingly, boys, you guys have been using the XB and the XD predominantly, I can't even speak today.
Yes.
And so the speed, I'm going to relate it more to the Speedzone. Speedzone Xtreme was used by not just kind of mid-high handicappers. A lot of people liked it just because they liked that bigger look.
Yep.
I think Bryson used the Xtreme for a brief spell, didn't he? And I know Ricky Fowler did as well. So it's interesting that we're still going down the Xtreme version, but then we're having the draw bias version as well, which I can't see many tour players using or kind of lower handicappers using.
I mean, we thought the same because I went from the F9 to the Speedzone. The Speedzone considerably bigger, front to back.
Yes.
That just played really well.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of the pros have done the same sort of thing. Originally, wouldn't go back from the F9.
Yeah.
Converted. There's nothing to say they're not going to go.
Absolutely. I almost think that Cobra did the Speedzone Xtreme too well. It was too good. That's why we're now seeing the introduction of the XD.
Yeah.
So interesting. Right, guys, that's pretty much it. We're going to hit some more drives off that next tee, and we're going to have a full recap on these Cobra Rad drivers. Rad. Name's growing a bit, but so I do get the feeling that Nick's enjoying that Cobra Rad XB pretty central. How's that new driver, John?
It's awesome, mate.
Right, boys, last hole. I'm gonna stick with the standard Rad. I do quite like the shape. I like everything about it, really. We've got the CNC milled infinity face, which we did have in the Speedzone. It does look looks interesting from above. If you were going to go for one, boys, so we'll go through the handicap structure again. We've got.
I'd go for this draw one.
Sorry, I was asking you handicap.
Oh, 7.
7. You'd go for which one?
I'd go for this draw one, but
See,
I want it in a matte finish.
Yeah.
If I could.
But that is quite amazing because you wouldn't expect 7 handicap to be worried about the.
No, you wouldn't.
But it does go to show that Cobra's range isn't going to be for nothing, is it? Nick, which one would you go for, being the 12 handicap?
I like that. I like the look of the mat. I would probably hit all 3, test them all,
go for a fitting,
and get a fitting and make a decision.
I think that is the be all and end all. I know which one you'd be going for, mate.
No words really, is there?
And John, what about you?
Just standard, mate. I don't believe in all the I don't believe a club can save you.
Yeah, so you wouldn't bother buying a new one? You're not going to bother buying the new Ping driver when it comes out, are you?
I didn't say I won't buy a new club. What I'm saying is I don't believe in like a...
Yeah, but the difference between high spin and low spin, I suppose, isn't there?
There is, but I don't believe like a heel weight's going to save me from hitting it right. If I'm going to hit it right, I'm going to hit it right.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think for me, I'd go for the standard one because I do like the option of having that adjustability, especially for the same price as the other ones. I probably wouldn't use the adjustability once it's set, but anyway. Pressure.
You definitely draw one like me, Liam. That's a one-hit wonder.
Cheers, mate.
Well, he comes to play now, he's on Fox's team. Oh, that's a good miss there. This is Scuddler. No.
Oh, Nick. That's definitely going to be your Christmas present from your missus.
Maybe.
Did you get that as well?
Your head was dry.
So guys, that is the new Cobra Radspeed Drivers. I've really enjoyed that. Guys, thank you so much for your time. We're going to go now, so holding people up on the golf course. But very, very interesting. I think there's definitely a driver out there potentially for most people. The optimum thing to do would just be go and get fit. I'm definitely going to test this more, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Come down to Woolly Park for a game of golf. And apart from that, see you tomorrow. Bye.